Hey everyone, welcome. In this one, I wanted to deploy a Red Hat Linux 8 to AWS. So let's just get started. So once you log in to your AWS and you look for your EC2 instances, okay, you can come to the EC2 from many different ways. I'm just going to use this one for this video. I'm just going to click on EC2. This is the overview. It says I have none of the instances that are available that are running. One instance, that means it's not running, so you can always click on the instance to go to, and this is actually terminated, so you probably will not see this for very long in here. So all I need to do is click on the launch instances button from here, or I can actually also could have gone to this place over here and clicked on the launch instance, and it is going to open up and this page where I'm going to choose the Amazon machine image, or the AMI, and I want to click on the free tier only, and we're going to work with the Red Hat Linux 8. So I'm just going to use the x64 64-bit architecture. Select this one and just use the free tier eligible T2 micro. Then go to the configure details. I'm not gonna change anything too much. I'm gonna go with the default network, and it's gonna place my virtual machine to any of these subnets available to this particular region. And in this one I'm good. On the storage, this is gonna add 10 gigs of storage, and if I want I can change my storage type to anything I want. I'm not going to do that, but for this video let's just change my encryption. Typically when you are deploying, the encryption is not automatically applied. Okay, so what we want to do, we're going to click and select this particular default AWS EBS key, and I'm just going to encrypt my volume. Okay, add tags. So if I want, I can add some tag, cloud security training, and I can say EC2. This is RHEL8. Okay, so this is gonna be my tag. For the security group, let's not do anything. Let's just keep the port 22 open at the moment, and then that's all I need. And I'm just gonna hit launch, and here again is gonna ask me whether I need to create a key pair, or can I use one of the existing one. I have couple already available to me. Just don't do without proceeding without a key pair. Key is more secure, so let's just create a key pair and just call it EC2, say RHEL key pair. Okay, so you have to click on the download key pair, otherwise you cannot even launch this machine. So just do that, and now save this to a secure location. Okay, that's accessible, and now I can hit the launch instance, and that should launch my machine. So let's just go back to the AWS, go back to my EC2 instance, and instances, let's see, so there should be two. That's the state running. So here one is in the terminated state, okay, and this one is what is actually being deployed. So instance state is now saying it's in a pending state. Now you see that it changed to running. That means my deployment is now done, and I should have my my EC2 instance, the RHEL system, available to me. Now remember, we haven't done too much configuration, so this is probably, I would say, the most insecure instance that you can think of. You have got an IP address, okay, although I think you cannot ping because the ping service is typically turned off. So if I ping this machine, you will not likely to see any response, and that's good. But can you log into the machine? So the easiest way to log in, since this Linux machine, so what we can do, we'll come back over. It's the connect button is not yet ready, so let's just refresh this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's just come back over here one more time. Get back in. Now you see the connect button is now available to you, so you just click on this one. I'm just going to use the SSH client. the one thing that you have to do, you have to change and reduce the permission. When we download the file has lot like a read write permission for users and groups. You don't want that. You just want to make it just a read permission, and no permission for others and groups. So let's just copy this command and go to our downloads folder. So if I do on ls, that's the file that I want to cmod to. So let's just do a sudo, then change the file permissions and of that particular file, and it's now done. You may need to enter the password, and then all I need to do is copy this. You can use the big long domain name, or you can use the IP address, doesn't matter. So you just paste it and hit enter, and it should let you ask whether you are gonna trust the authenticity of the host. I'm gonna say yes, and there we go. So now you are logged in as EC2 user and you're inside your RHEL7 machine. So let's do torch rel text.txt and then do ls. Everything is working fine. So let's just say sudo, it's a rel, so yum update. Let's see if there's any update that I need to do. Yeah, so that's something that I do a lot for the Linux type installations. I immediately go in there and update my machine, so it's got the most latest updates, both security and security and the feature enhancement type updates. So here, do you want to install? Let's go ahead and install it. Hit yes, and it should install your stuff. So while the installation is going on, let's see. Let's come back to the instance real quick, and let's go back. Sorry. So here under security, if you go there, this is the port that we have opened, okay, and we have right now opened the port to the whole world. That is not a good thing. So you could restrict this IP, so you can make it that way that you have the IP that you're connecting from is able to connect to this particular machine. Okay, so we'll do another detailed video on security groups, but security groups is, you can think of as a firewall at an instance level, okay, similar to Azure. Okay, you also have security groups over there as well. Now what we really want to do, let's see the security group. So this is the security group. If you can go to the security group itself, and if you want, you can edit the inbound rules. So what we want, let me see, let's go back to this particular machine. It's still running and getting the update. So give this a minute. So what we would like to do, we would like to install the HTTPD service, start it, and then see if it's accessible from the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna pause just a second. Once this is done, we'll restart. Alright, seems like my upgrade process that we did, sudo yum update, is now done. So let's see if we have a sudo yum install HTTPD. Let's see if that service is already available or not. Looks like it is not, but we can download this service, and total download size would be a little bit, so 5.4. So to download size is 2 megabytes and the installed site would be 5, so that's fine. So I'm just gonna say yes and enter. So that should get me the HTTPD service. So now let's just do sudo service HTTPD and then start. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it just did start HTTPD service. So we can also do status HTTPD dot service, and let's see, it says it's command not found. All right, so let's just do service HTTPD. Let's see what, so what I'll do, sudo service HTTPD status. So it's a little bit old style. Linux 8 got some new command that you can use instead. So I'm gonna try to do a status here, and it's just giving me the status that it's active and it's running. So if it's running, usually you will have the HTTP service serving something on port 80s. If I go now over here, and let's just go to the instance, go back to the instance. Now it says not running, so there's the running instance. I'm going to get the IP address, copy this, and come over here, and I put it over here. You should not see anything because we have not really opened the security group and we have not allowed the port 80. So let's see how we can allow port 80 to be open. So let's come back over here and go back to security group one more time, come back over here and edit the inbound rules, and this time we're going to add a rule, and we're going to say HTTP, and let's say it's automatically it picked up the port 80, and we're going to allow everything, and that's pretty much all we need for now. I'm just gonna say save rule and see if that works. So this time I'm just gonna, now it says restore my whole Firefox, it says restore it. So let's just put it over here one more time, hit enter. Okay, let's just restore the Firefox real quick and we'll see what happens. Now, and come back over here, put it over there one more time, and there we go. So this particular machine, now what we have done, we have opened up, so now this is coming up. So we have added a new security rule. So now our connection from the internet to the HTTP server, to the Apache server, is now active, and we have, since we have opened the port 80, I can now talk to the default test page that is provided by the Red Hat. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show you, how to quickly deploy a Red Hat, how to configure a few things, how to update, and how to update your security group to allow traffic and be able to get to a web server, which is a very common thing to do when you are managing Linux machines. Okay, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day.